Joined now by Congressman Mark Takano, Democrat from California, who was at the breakfast with Mamdani this morning. Congressman, great to have you on the show. So what did you think of him?
Well, I was, his charm and his charisma did not disappoint. And it was a great opportunity for me to get to know him. And it was a wonderful meeting.
Business leaders met with Mamdani yesterday in New York City, and they were not impressed. One said that his complete lack of executive experience, his naive understanding of how the world works, and his rigidly ideological views on socialism make him dangerous. That's the business community in New York City. What do you make of that?
Well, I don't know which businessman said that, I don't know that that's emblematic of all people who are businessmen. I can tell you that what attracted me to Mamdani and his social media was his video, Halal Inflation, where he is very much the advocate of small business people in New York City. Halal falafel vendors in New York City who can't seem to get food permits or food selling permits. It costs them $17,000 to pay somebody else who holds the permit instead of the $400 that they would pay to a city,
right,
which does not seem interested in efficiently processing their permits. I see him as a fighter for small entrepreneurs. I don't know where this anti-business idea comes. It seems very rooted in a realistic understanding of where half of New Yorkers get their employment.
Well, it comes from big business, who are the people who are quoted in these articles as saying these critical things of Mamdani. Democratic leaders Jeffries and Schumer
I think big business. I think big businessmen definitely have a different point of view from the immigrant scrappy entrepreneur who's trying to make it.
Right. Well, that is the problem, and that is the tension here as Mamdani tries to run in this city. Democratic leaders Jeffries and Schumer have both said that they've been troubled by Mamdani's repeated refusal to condemn the phrase globalized intifada, widely seen as a call for violence against Jews. Mamdani told these business leaders yesterday that he will not use that phrase going forward and will discourage others from using it. Is that enough, do you think?
Well, he may have to say more, but I am personally very, very comforted to know that he said what he said and that he is going to work with Jewish American Congressman Jerry Nadler and partner with him to combat anti-Semitism, to combat bigotry, to combat prejudice, regardless of who is the target.
But is it enough to just pledge not to say globalized intifada? Shouldn't he also condemn that?
Well, as I said, there may be more for him to do, but I think he's on the right track, and I think he's communicating where his heart and his values lie, and as I said, I was personally comforted by what he had to say.
Okay.
And that he's definitely reaching out to Jewish New Yorkers, and I think he's going to undergo a process where I think this is going to heal in time.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.